good student. Him and his wife, who's not here, is in Chicago, John Annarino,
Yeah.
and his daughter Chloe, who is the CEO. Hi, Chloe. Good morning. Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you. How are you?
Great. So I wanted to ask you a series of questions, and but before I ask you those questions, I want the folks to hear from you about your background, what you do, how did you get here, and when did you get here, and what's been going on up to date. So,
That's a look.
that's the first question.
That's the first question. So, good morning. My name is John Annarino, and this is Chloe. And unfortunately, my wife, my business partner, is out of town this weekend, so I'm on daddy duty. But the name of my company is Chloe Investment Group LLC. And let's see. By day, I am a sales manager for a home improvement construction company. So I've been doing that for about 7 years now, and I burn the candle at both ends. And I'm very accustomed to working 12 and 15-hour days. And at some point, I just long for more. And so I actually reached out to Alton on Facebook. I think it was about last summer.
Yeah.
Maybe last spring, last summer. And I went through the boot camp just like you guys are going through right now. And I did the bus tour as well, and ended up signing up for the Inner Circle program. And just started kind of manifesting a deal. Right? The law of attraction. That's right, right? You gotta speak to the universe, and that universe will speak back. And it did. And I ran an appointment one day through my work, and long story short, a very nice older lady was selling a manufactured home in Perris that she had inherited from her mother, who had deceased. And without knowing what I was doing, I said, I'll buy it. And so that's where Alton kind of came in and was really integral in helping me finance that deal, because we ended up doing it through seller financing. And I basically ended up bootstrapping my whole first rehab. And when I say bootstrapping, I mean no hard money, no private money. It was just money that I had collected over the years that gave me just enough to go in there and gut a manufactured home and make it look beautiful. And
Which they've seen.
oh, did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it. Oh, okay.
Oh, they know. They go from the beginning,
Okay.
to the first walkthrough,
Yes.
with everything in there,
Yeah.
until the gut, and then to the finish. So they saw everything.
What do you guys think?
Great.
It looks good, right? If you're gonna live in a manufactured home, that would be the one. It was certainly the nicest home on the block. It sold really well. We actually had that house sold for a lot more than we got for it. I don't know if you explained that.
Oh,
But
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, we had that house sold for $220, which was $15,000 more than the highest price house in that neighborhood, because we gave it that extra 2 and 3%. And so we had the house sold for $220, but then the appraiser came in and said it's only worth $205. Because that's what the comps are.
Right.
And so the buyer's lender said, we will give you $205. And so we ended up selling it for $205. But at the end of the day, it was a great day. We made $50,000 on that manufactured home, which was just a pile of bolts.
And how long did it take to do that one?
That one took, 6 weeks?
6 weeks. And where were you the last week
Which last week?
of the project?
I was in Maui. I was in Maui. I won a contest through my work. And so we were networking, not networking, but kind of remotely project managing from Hawaii. So
Rough life.
huh?
That's a rough life.
Rough life, I know. But that was a great deal. And then when you do one, obviously you want to do another one, right? One's not enough.
Right.
But so let's see. Fast forward about 2 months ago, Alton brought me a deal through a wholesaler. I think there's some pictures
Yeah,
of
we
it.
did that.
Oh, did you see those pictures? I'm behind. So now we're flipping a house in Banning. So this house is in Sun Lakes in Banning. If you know anybody that wants to live on a golf course in Banning, I have a house available.
55 and over.
55 and older.
On the golf course.
On a golf course on the 18th hole. I never met the seller, obviously, but I think she was going through some issues and she was facing foreclosure. And at this point now, I do have a hard money line of credit through Finance of America, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Kind of went over that a little bit yesterday.
Okay. Because this is an expensive game. Let's not lie. You do need some money to play, and I have not started raising capital or private money yet. But fortunately, I did qualify for a line of credit, so I do have about $500,000 available to me to flip homes and also pull draws on the rehab. And if you're gonna flip homes, I highly recommend you pursue something like that, especially if you want to do multiple flips, right?
Yeah.
But you got to be an outstanding citizen, obviously, to get a hard line of credit. You know, obviously, like no felonies, and you got to have decent income, and you got to have some money in the bank, and you have to be a home owner. I am approved for that, so that's great. So we are doing this flip through a hard money line, and every day costs money. So time is of the essence, you know. It was a little different in Perris because that was seller financing, and so there was no loans, there was no interest, there was no points being held. But we still got through that process pretty quick. So this one's a little bit different. We're right in the middle of it right now. We're building out bathrooms, we're gutting kitchens, we've gone to floor and decor and picked out our tile, which is always fun. We're picking out floors, which I highly recommend Lumber Liquidators for floors. I think we got floors at 80 cents a square foot, which is amazing. So, you know, Alton and Rocio have obviously done this quite a bit in the past, so you want to try and model yourself after someone who's successful. Don't go to Home Depot and buy everything. It just doesn't work that way necessarily. But so far it's been great, and kind of the vision right now is to scale the business, right? I mean, I'm pacing probably 4 or 5 flips this year if I continue at the pace I've been going. But I'd like to get to 10 flips in a year. I'd like to get to 20 and 100, but that requires scaling and automation and money and resources. So that's kind of where I'm at. But it's really been a blast to see where I am now versus where I was 9 months ago, which is exactly where you guys are sitting right now. So I congratulate you on taking the first step and actually taking action and deciding that this is something that you want to do. Because I think a lot of people just sit at home and watch Flip or Flop and HGTV, and you know, they think you can flip a house in 30 minutes and it's just about picking a pretty backsplash. And then, oh, you make $70,000. It's not that easy, but it is fun and it is rewarding. And I would say it's not just about money, it's about time. Because, you know, I've been in the workforce for 20 years now, working 15-hour days, and you can't get that time back, you know, with your family and your wife and your kids, and you long to take vacations. And so being an entrepreneur obviously allows you to do things that you want to do, and it gives you that freedom to roam about the cabin. And so that's kind of where I'm at, and that's what I'm after is.
And you work 2 days a
getting
week.
time back.
2 days a week in your business. So what days? How does that schedule work for you?
Yeah.
You're working 16-hour days on your job.
Yeah.
Versus how do you work your business to be able to move forward?
Yeah. So I work on my business at night. I leave my house at 8 or 9 in the morning every day. I probably get home around 8 or 9 in the evening, and I spend a little time with the family.